Let me tell you a short story about a company losing a lot of money because of a bug in their trading application. After all the attempts by the in-house engineers, the problem didn't go away. The CEO had to call in an external consultant, just like you, as he heard about his impeccable track record on solving bugs and these sort of issues. The consultant walked in, or rather logged in remotely. He browsed through the logs patiently. He analyzed the defect and shook his head a couple of times and went through the code, made some changes, and poof, the problem is gone. Though the CEO was very happy, he was a bit uneasy and puzzled as he couldn't understand the hefty fee the consultant is invoicing him. He asked the consultant why he should pay that much for the hour or so he took to fix that particular bug. The consultant looked at the CEO with a smile and said, "You are actually paying for the years of experience I gathered, all my years of hard work and my untiring dedication and commitment to be where I am today." Well, I may have dramatized the story at a Hollywood level, but the message wasn't. The consultant had put in a lot of time, a considerable amount of time and effort to become the guru in his field. He attained the Gurudom, the state of becoming an ultimate guru, with his sheer hard work and dedicated attention and clear focus. We all aspire and wish to be in that position, not just having the pride of job satisfaction and admiration from the strange eyes and probably feeling like an IT superman, but also holding a fat paycheck. However, to get there, the road isn't going to be rosy. It isn't a cakewalk. It is rugged, it is thorny, it is full of squiggly lines, but not unachievable. For a freelancer, gaining the Gurudom is the holy grail. A freelancer's world is the hard one. It's a tough nut to crack due to multiple forces coming into play. Some in your favor and others against you, which are not in your control, of course. The path from hello world to hello guru is of course a battle. It is surely challenging at times, putting us in self-doubt all the time. That consultant in our story hadn't achieved this Gurudom overnight. He invested in himself and learned the trade by spending countless hours on his job. He was driven by the passion to learn and become the master. He indeed developed a discipline, created a strong work ethics and habits. He developed effective working practices, created a work-life balance. He understood when to say no. These are the mantras he followed. The life-changing behaviors such as this will take time. It'll take months or even years. And developing these habits and disciplining our life around these qualities will lead us to the path of Gurudom, which is not easy, of course. Freelancing is a joy. It gives you that precious freedom that you want. You're pretty much your own boss. You can deal with when, how, where, whom on your own turf, at your own convenience. You are letting the world that you are out of the ordinary, living the life you want, letting no one take away your time or boss you around. It does of course challenge you to bring your best to serve your clients. Keeps you always on your toes. It helps you to grow. It helps you to grow and sets discipline to your life. There's always an internal struggle for being a freelancer. I can understand that. You always question yourself if this is the right path for you or not. You get stressed out when you get a rejection. You'll always worry about that depleting bank balance. You are anxious about your next contract, about managing the conflicts with the current client, and so on. While there are no straightforward answers to many of these, there is, however, a path that you lay carefully by building your career on some principles, habits, behaviors, and qualities that will surely lead you into attaining that Gurudom. No one was born with these qualities, but they can be developed over time throughout your life. Let me go over some of these qualities I think which are pretty much the high on the list, in my opinion. That will let you become the guru what you want. One of the most important characteristic I look out in a candidate when I am interviewing is the candidate's learner's attitude. how open he or she is willing to learn. If you come across a new framework, for example, take a bit of an interest and dig in. You may have heard from your client that they were having trouble to debug a memory leak. Straight jump in and offer your help if you are comfortable, or ask them if you can be part of that exploratory analysis. At least you will learn this. The next time when you are implementing the same part of application for another client, you will surely understand the memory allocation problems better. Believe me, learning your trade in and out is in turn going to boost your confidence and your profile. By learning things, you are investing in yourself and thus innovating a new you. You're paving a clear road to attain Gurudom. There's another side to this coin. You will need to understand that as a freelancer, clients reach out to you because of your mastery in a particular core skill. Maybe you are exceptionally good at photoshopping or performance tuning of an application, securing networks, writing content, and so on. But unfortunately, you are stuck in your comfort zone and eat and drink the same subject over and over again. This may lead you not to venture out into newer territories. While you are tending to become a master in that core skill, you are also denying to open up your mind to learn a new subject, new topic, new framework. Don't get stagnant. Don't kill yourself by putting a mental block not to learn newer stuff. During some part of my career, I was stagnant. I thought I didn't need to know any other technologies other than what I was comfortable with. Turned out to be a costly mistake. The technology is moving at a greater pace and it is surely hard to catch up. But with the right attitude and focus, with the free resources and the community around us, we can be quick learners in no time. The technology is moving at a greater pace and it is surely hard to catch up. But with the right attitude and focus and that learner's attitude I mentioned earlier, and the free resources and the community around, you can quickly learn in no time. While it is tempting to grab every piece of that pie, just becoming a highly skilled and effective freelancer and have an open mind to learn or embrace other languages, frameworks, and libraries is actually going to be a win-win for you. Be good at what you do. In fact, be extremely good at your core skill. Don't stop learning this core skill, even if you know that you know the best of it. Try to advance and achieve that nirvana. Keep learning till you are in your grave. Simple as that. I usually have a 30-minute train journey to London from my home. I grab those few minutes to write a paragraph or two. And over the week, this accumulates to a sizable part of my chapter. Keeping aside a few minutes a day to advance your career, core skill, or learning a new skill is a time well spent. Just as your phone gets regular upgrades, we need to upgrade every few months too. Read a LinkedIn post, an article on an InfoQ or a Medium. Discuss and provide feedback to your peers. Contribute to open source and read a bit before going to bed. This all will contribute to your guru score. Be a student for your life. Keep innovating yourself. In the current day and age, we all have the gadgets. We have so much of information around that. We lose priorities and unfortunately don't have a way to identify the real work versus the noise. Everything that's not related to the task you have at hand is, in my view, is noise. Your phone buzzing with tweets on that Premier League football game match, or your mom yelling at you to get some eggs from the corner shop, or emails popping on the corner of your screen asking you to apply for your next gig. Everything is a noise when you are in that zone, deeply working away on that client's story. Treat as if the external world doesn't exist for those few hours when you are in that zone and deep working. Trust me, this is a skill and this has a high reward once you master it. When I'm developing a solution or writing a piece of code, usually I switch off my phone. I switch off from the noise. I turn off messages, emails, Slack notifications, and even let my family know that I can't be disturbed for the next few hours. A lot can be done productively in those deep working hours. You'll be writing extremely quality code or produce a rare masterpiece. This leads to managing your time effectively. The one who manages the time, relationships, and money effectively is the guru, in my opinion. Getting things done timely will reward you in multiple ways, not just that client spreading your work to others and giving you leads, but it gives you the opportunity to spend your rest of your time with your family and friends and the much talked about self upgrades rather than firefighting day in day out. Keeping a consistent routine will help you achieve this. Even if I'm dead tired, I pick up my chapter to write in the night for a half an hour or so. I keep my weekend routine. Once I have my commitments to family are completed, I bury myself in preparing for the new course or developing the app or writing the article. Consistency is the key to your Gurudom. Whatever you do, keep it consistent. That'll actually grow into your muscle memory. The consistent routine will lead you to consistent delivery. Deliver your work to your clients consistently. Getting the work done is of course your success factor. It's a measure, and that is how we survive the competition in the gig world. If you manage your time effectively, if you have been practicing the consistent routines, the deep working skills, then delivering the high standard artifacts to your clients in a timely fashion is not something you should be worrying about. However, don't rush into providing half-baked work because you didn't get time to work on the client's requirements or the solutions. I lost a contract with a book publisher because I rushed up my work. I may have been a bit overconfident too and didn't check my drafts on time. While it is disheartening to lose the contract, I learned the lesson the hard way. Assume someone out there will not be happy if you produce inferior work. It is better to let the client know for your slippage than giving untested code or unchecked work. Even if you receive a mouthful from your client, you know you have done the right thing by letting them know about your progress. Communication fuels conversations. Conversations lead to satisfied clients and satisfied self. Communication starts at home. If we don't communicate with our own partner, son, daughter, mom or dad, or the next door neighbor, even the postman who visits us occasionally, I think we are a step closer to losing a client on failed communication. It is an art to pour out what's in your mind. What is certainly that can be polished over time, should you nourish it with time and effort. If there's one thing I learned over the years, that's this. Communicate on all levels. Talk to everyone around you in whatever the medium you are comfortable with. Talk on the phone, chat on WhatsApp, ping them on Slack, email if needed, or walk by. There was this joke that I recently read somewhere. One of a family member bought a used scooter rather than purchasing the costly phones. When asked why, he said it's cheaper to visit his friend personally on a scooter than pouring thousands of dollars on that phone. Well, while this is an exaggerated joke, the clue is to communicate with people around you. Another road to your successful Gurudom is being self-critical and humble. You may be a star developer or a niche photoshopper, but keeping your nose to the ground is the finest quality that you could possess. Especially when working with multitudes of clients with varied personalities. Keeping yourself cool, keeping your temperament intact, put your head down and smile on your chin is certainly going to be a sure winner for you. And it's going to be a long run win as well. I'm not asking you to take the uncalled criticism from everyone, but you evaluate the client and self and accordingly act. I do ask for feedback from my friends, colleagues often. They provide me constructive criticism that has helped me over the time to grow. Let me summarize some of the key qualities that I think we should bring into our lives to increase the Guru score leading to achieving the Gurudom. Be open to learning. Remove the mental block that prevents your growth. Critically evaluate yourself and consider seeking feedbacks from time to time from various parties, including your friends and family. Communicate on a regular basis on all levels and be consistent on what you do. Remove the noise around you and try to use your time effectively. Of course, it is not easy to follow these practices, and I myself have trouble getting into the groove, but without pain, no gain, eh? Thank you all, and hoping you are all going to achieve that Gurudom in no time. Best of luck.